Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
We're so glad that you're joining us tonight on Mississippi Live Weather at 10. We have a lot to discuss. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor. Let's go ahead and get into things. Just what exactly are we going to be tracking over the next 10-15 minutes? Well, isolated storms, they're still sticking around even beyond that sunset period. Just shows how strong and how active those storms were earlier today. Cooler for some, hot for others. That's the story heading into our forecast for our Thursday. But also what we're tracking, it's only up from here. And we're not talking about the forecast trend, we're talking about temperatures. And they are warming up pretty nicely heading into the latter part of this week and even early part of next week. Now, this is a look out of Caledonia right now, and I'm hopeful that we can get one of these lightning strikes to happen on one of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers cameras. Just getting a look outside right now. Pretty active earlier. I told Caleb that we're going to hold off for this, but I don't think we can. I don't think it's going to happen. I know as soon as I flip off this graphic, it's going to go. 5, 4, 3. Don't think it'll happen. Dang. Caledonia, we'll come to you another day. But looking outside there in Columbus, just a little bit south, you can see the storm that went through there. Just those slick roadways. So yes, it was a brief storm, but it was heavy, producing some heavy rainfall and making those roads a little bit slick and hazardous. So hopefully drivers tonight driving slowly, just taking the necessary precautions as they make their commute. Even seeing a few of those showers. Now, they've now moved east of Starkville, but you're getting a look just at the hazy conditions beyond that, the transpiration from the trees. Just a great shot of what's happening outside right now. And that's really the only area that we're watching aside from a few more isolated storms up and around North Mississippi. So here's a look at those storms as I just taking a look at that right there, continuing to be on the southeast end of our viewing area, Lamar County, Millport. We were talking about it earlier, how Millport just continues to get an onslaught of rainfall. Still getting that and still seeing a few lightning strikes. 27 over the last 10 minutes, so a very active system, especially at 10 o'clock at night. So that just shows that daytime heating not needed for this storm to continue to make its presence felt. Now, over and around the north part of the state, that's where we've gotten some more activity, and that's been primarily weak compared to this, so not seeing anything too major as a result from this. The total rainfall totals, just looking at a few of these, we're seeing about half of an inch to maybe an inch there in Millport. Shows the onslaught that we've been having, but even about a tenth of an inch back around West Point, Columbus, same thing. So the slick roadways seen all across Highway 82, even heading into parts of Alabama. That north part of the state, Rienzi, Corinth, Faulkner, Ashland, getting those showers as well, mainly remaining along Highway 5 and Highway 4. Continuing northeast there towards Corinth on Highway 2, that's where that trend has been with a lot of those showers still lingering around Boonville. We've been talking about Boonville a lot today. Even a lot last night because of how active that pattern has been. The north part of the state getting a pretty good downpour over the last 48 hours, but over the last hour, not anything but a few hundredths of an inch to maybe a tenth of an inch in some spots. So nothing too major. The major one that we're watching is down and around Lamar County as we speak, but those isolated showers and storms continue into the wee hours of our Thursday. Waking up and heading out the door, even seeing a few of the isolated showers stick around by then, just shows that active pattern that we've been in and continues to be the case into our Thursday. So looking at our surface analysis, what we're primarily seeing is this frontal boundary stalling out just a bit. So it's not going to progress too much in that southeast direction, enough to keep a few showers over there in northern Arkansas and western Tennessee. But what we're getting is just this moisture wrapping around from the Atlantic and from the Gulf, mixing together. And we're basically in that shear axis that's causing a lot of these isolated showers to pop up. So looking at our futurecast over the next 12 hours or so, a lot of those showers primarily sticking around the northeast part of our state near Tishomingo County. That frontal boundary, as I mentioned, kind of the forcing mechanism in this, that's for the north half of the state. The rest of us going to be through the Gulf of the Gulf that's supplying that moisture and supplying that heat. By 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, a lot of that moisture pushes off towards the east for the first half of our day. By the time we get towards mid-morning to even early afternoon, those showers really start to ramp up. Again, that shear axis taking full effect. And take a look at the numerous thunderstorms that develop along that line from Birmingham to Knoxville all the way down towards Jackson. And a few of those having some thunderstorms, a few of those having some heftier thunderstorms with lots of lightning and even a few strong wind gusts as well. Now, basically, this swath of moisture from Jackson to Meridian to Montgomery to Atlanta, that's where the best chance of showers and storms will be. So that includes areas along and south of Highway 82. You see right there those red bubbles that are bubbling up, just showing you the storms are starting to climb a little bit more, having that vertical motion, and we'll continue to see that even into about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. So that's going to be an active pattern that we're going to continue to follow, especially as you can see right here, peak heating going to be the main driver in that forecast, just allowing that shear axis to build more and more and those isolated storms continue to pick up. 40% coverage is what we have for peak coverage tomorrow, but basically have that rain gear ready all day in case these showers pop up where you're at. But what we're also watching in the extended forecast is a hot, hot forecast. Yes, July heat, if you thought it was bad, it just gets worse from here. So coming up in the next 60 seconds, we'll walk through a little bit more of what we're tracking temperature-wise, even a look at the rain chances in the extended forecast. So lots to keep track of, and we'll track all of that for you here in the next 60 seconds.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt LaPon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt LaPon has proven himself trustworthy.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
To rain or not to rain? That is the question that we asked North Mississippi tonight. What do you guys prefer, rain or not raining when it comes to this summer pattern? Well, we took a poll this afternoon, and yes, rain is great. You see the number behind me came in at 50%. No, go away rain came in with 50% as well. So the decision is still split even 3,000 votes later. So if you haven't provided your opinion, now's the time to go in there and do so and break this tie. We want to know what you guys prefer so we can figure out how to tell you the forecast. Do we need to be condescending or a little bit more upbeat? So taking a look at that forecast, for me personally, we have not seen the rain at the Maynor household, not all that much. So we need a little bit more rain. So hopefully I'm on the yes, rain is great right now, but I'm sure a couple downpours will change my mind. But a great shot from Summer and Golden, just a great shot of that rainbow. Take a look at the color on that. Just absolutely shining, beautiful colors right there. A great shot of the rainbow there in Golden up in Tishomingo County. Thrasher showing some great colors as well. Nathaniel submitting this picture. The entire extent of the rainbow, I always get excited seeing the full rainbow. And whenever you have this flat of a landscape, you get that. So Nathaniel, great shot there. I know you were lucky to see something over there in Thrasher. But looking at rainfall totals over the last 24 hours, it has been an eventful day for certain areas. Yes, you see that, even that Maynor household coming in with some drier conditions, but elsewhere, I mean, Calhoun County, Albusha County, Grenada County, Lafayette County, all asking us, what rain? What were you seeing? And a lot of that rain stuck in the northeast area, or northeast portion of our viewing area. You can see anywhere from ½ inch to 1 inch in some parts, and over just across a few counties, we're talking about 3 to 4 inches. So that's the primary threshold that we've gotten, not just in the past 24, but in the past 48 with a very active pattern. But today, that Highway 82 corridor started to pick up a little bit more. It's come back on the rainfall totals. So northeast sections, watch out. Highway 82 coming your way. Our Mississippi Live Weather Radar showing that Highway 82 area still getting a little bit of action with that outflow boundary, colliding with these storms right here and just building them over time. We mentioned Caledonia and how disappointing it was that it didn't provide a lightning strike. Well, one of the North Mississippi storm chasers texted me the millisecond we got off that camera. there was your lightning strike. Guys, we held out as long as we could. We'll give it another shot tomorrow if there is another thunderstorm, but we did all we could tonight. But still seeing a very active pattern, still coming in with what? 29 lightning strikes over the last 10 minutes or so. So still an active pattern, and those active storms continue into Lamar County. Up north, not as active, only one lightning strike over the last 10 minutes. So that shows that these are not nearly as mature. So fortunately for folks up north, yes, we are dealing with rainfall, but not nearly the significance of what we saw earlier today. Just going to be one of those good evening showers. In my opinion, good sleeping weather. But I know others have other opinions on that. That's tomorrow's poll. Hey, we'll take that then. But Mississippi Live Weather Radar, that's the primary areas that we are watching, but still that active pattern continues. For those that are getting rainfall, the air is feeling much cooler. 75 Starkville, 76 in Columbus, up in Boonville where it's gotten plenty of showers today, 75 degrees right now. So where you're getting the showers, rain-cooled air taking full effect, but still where they've been drier, upper 70s, low 80s. But every degree matters this time of year. We want to be as cool as we can be. So looking at that day planner for Thursday, just how cool will our start be? Mid-70s as we head out the door tomorrow morning, but those rain chances pick up yet again. And I know you're seeing upper 80s on your screen, but a lot of that is dependent on that moisture and on those rain chances of who gets those coolest temperatures. So Futurecast, let's go ahead and walk through it and see where the coolest areas will be. So tomorrow morning, early hours of our Thursday morning, going to be on the drier side. A few isolated showers definitely possible, but not overly widespread or anything like that, or honestly noteworthy. But by early commute, or as we head out the door, still seeing the main section, seeing those showers out towards Belzona and Greenville. So that's where those temperatures are the highest, 72, 73 degrees. But since it's so dry here in northeast Mississippi, low 70s, around 70 to 71 expected. Hamilton coming in with 69 degrees. Definitely want to be in Hamilton tomorrow. I know a few folks out there going to be happy about that temperature. But as we continue through the rest of our morning, you can see those showers build just a bit more, especially along that Golden Triangle area. Highway 82 is going to be the threshold that we're watching tomorrow afternoon, because take a look at where the primary area of moisture is. And model runs have been pretty consistent on showing that, so that's really the focal point for tomorrow. But all across North Mississippi, isolated showers are still possible, so go ahead and have that rain gear ready, even if your area is not showing too much rainfall, because this could definitely trend a county or two north. That continues into the afternoon and evening periods. As you can see, moves maybe a county north, Chickasaw, Monroe, Calhoun County, getting those heaviest rainfall portions. But what we're also seeing, again, high temperatures are very dependent on this rain-cooled air. Upper 80s for a lot of folks that are seeing that significant rainfall totals. Out west where it's a bit drier, low 90s expected. So if you don't get rain, low 90s, prepare for it. But if you do get rain, buckle up for some good weather. Future heat indices showing that as well. 91 Louisville, where it's getting a lot of rainfall on our model runs. But again, where it's drier, triple digits not out of the question for tomorrow afternoon yet again. So the heat, it's going to be heat versus moisture. Which one do you want? Again, our next poll. We have several polls we're going to be uploading apparently. But beyond that, Thursday evening will shows beyond sunset, those conditions drying up, and we're not going to be in nearly as active of a pattern. Basically, what we're watching is that shear axis between two interacting high pressure systems that allows for these storms to form once that daytime heating is there. It just needs that element to allow those storms to build. And so once you get that heating of the day, you can see those storms build. And once again on our Friday, I know it looks dry, but buckle up, because as soon as that changes, right there. Friday afternoon, that shear axis takes full effect in that heating of the day, and we're going to see thunderstorms pop up primarily along the Alabama state line, but still tracking that for the entire viewing area across North Mississippi for our early to late afternoon before that sun does set and those showers fizzle out just a bit. Again, it might take a few showers a little bit longer to fizzle out, but at some point, you see 1 a.m. on your Saturday, that's when they'll start to fizzle out once again before we get more showers heading into our Saturday afternoon. But high temperatures, yeah, buckle up for that, because it's going to be a doozy. Temperatures low 90s by Friday, mid 90s closer to Saturday and Sunday, and then we're really climbing mid to upper 90s by midweek next week. And I know you're thinking, well, that's a ways away, but signs are pointing to a dangerous heat, showing that heat indices are going to be well into that 105 degree range, well into the extreme heat advisory. Advisories being issued, and I would not be surprised by Wednesday to see a few places might even have a few warnings if this continues to trend that way. But let me see, or looking at heat risk on your Monday, we're seeing that major heat risk for portions southwest of our viewing area, Greenville all the way to Starkville on that Highway 82 corridor. That continues to build as we head into our Tuesday. Still that primary area that we're watching, but we're in that moderate to major heat risk areas by Monday to Tuesday. So go ahead, have ways of cooling off, have a fan, a handheld fan if you need it, and a bottle of water on standby, because you'll be glad you did come early parts of next week. And one of the ways that we can get relief from that heat is with our rain chances. You can see 30, 20%, not significant, but for a few of us, rain-cooled air going to be the play. But our significant chances are going to come the latter part of this week and midweek next week. So go ahead and have that rain gear around. You'll need it all week long, on top of the ways to stay cool. One of the ways that you can stay prepared is the Mississippi Live Weather app. It gives us live radar, everything you need as you head out the door, and of course lets you know when those temperatures get just a bit too hot. Everything you need to know for your weather forecast, and of course we're tracking this with you all week long, so make sure to tune into Mississippi Live Weather tomorrow afternoon. And of course, download that free app. You can do so on iOS and Android with this graphic right here. Scan it on your screen, take you right to the App Store to download the app on your phone. And hopefully, I know a lot of folks are asking about Roku. Hopefully Roku's out soon. Still getting that prepared, but we are going to be good to go here soon. Just make sure to scan those on your devices and get the latest information.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.